Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, August 18th, 2025. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the big picture. 351.39 up to 358.58 is our overhead price ceiling really through the rest of the year. I'm not saying that we can hold this through the rest of the year, but below which we can fall away into later year. And in fact, holding below the 350s, low to upper 350s, I do see, that you shouldn't discount the possibility of the 250s over the next several months. That would become indicated with a settlement below not only this trend line at 307.44, but there is also this channel bottom at 304.92. Now, this 304.92 to 307.44 area remains a 2 to 3 week objective, as you may be well aware if you've been following the series, for the last couple of weeks after testing channel resistance that is now at 347.53. And increasingly, as this channel top continues to rise through time, it converges, as you see, with this 351.39 to 358.58 area. So it really is just sort of one big range of resistance that can be sold not only on a weekly, but even on a monthly basis, and below which we can fall into, the 250s over the next several months. That becomes indicated as kind of a 1 to 2 month objective were we to close below the 304.92 channel bottom, which remains a 1 to 2 week, 2 to 3 week target. So let's kind of go into the day itself and the week itself. We've had as a 3 to 5 day target following the testing of the 347.53 channel top, this 324.02 channel top. This can contain daily selling pressures, as you can see to the far right. And in fact, if we were to break down the day just a little bit more, we have upside 338.20. That is the low of the high that was put out Wednesday of last week. It is also an upward pivot point for the day and into tomorrow. If we happen to close above 338.20, we should revisit 347.53 tomorrow, Tuesday. If we push through 338.20 today, Monday, early enough, we could see 347.53 within the day. So whether that's a kind of a swing trade into tomorrow or an intraday upward pivot point that realizes 347.53, that's a tough call. 347.53, once again, the beginning of a range up to 358.58 that can be sold. 347.53 can be sold on a 2 to 3 week time frame. Once again, below which, now that we've tested it, anticipating its sister formation, its channel base at 304.92 as a 2 to 3 week objective. And were we to close today, for instance, below 324.02, that sets up possibly by the end of this week the 304.92 formation. So we have 324.02, you can see here in the middle of the support and resistance area.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
As a pivot point into later week, we could bottom out here, rally within the day to 338.20, and potentially within the week to 347.53. That becomes more clearly indicated if we close today above 338.20. Closing below 324.02, if you bottom pick this on a 3 to 5 day basis, first off, we are expecting 304.92. So if you are bottom picking 324.02, a day trade basis, no problem. 3 to 5 day swing trade basis, that is certainly possible. But given the downside emphasis right now and the fact that we're anticipating this 304.92 to 307.44 area, exercise a prudent risk management, of course. Closing below 324.02, no good reason to hold that position overnight. You want to be short then, if you're not already, into the targeted 304.92 to 307.44 area. In 304.92 to 307.44, we can bottom out through next week, and quite possibly round back up into the 350s again within 2 to 3 weeks or so, by the end of September at the latest. It would be not going to happen today, but over the next week or two, a settlement below 304.92 that would present a bearish dynamic as we move into September. We should then within 2 or 3 weeks fall to 277.96, and within a month or two of closing below 304.92, I wouldn't be surprised to see 255.20. Now, a couple ways to play this. 2 to 3 week swing traders, it breaks down pretty simply. If we close below 304.92, it's a short play to 277.96, where you can take profits and even go long on a weekly basis. We could round up from here. But if you're a longer term position trader, you may have actually already sold this upper area at 347.53 last week. Now, you might not be holding out for this 250s. That would be a bit of a stretch, and I've mentioned as much. I think it is pretty stair-step on the way down right now, but I think you may have been able to set a short play, and still can, in the 347.53 to 358.58 region that could progressively scale out of that short position at 304.92, again at 277.96, and then taking all profits covering that entire short position at 255.20. That is for longer-term swing traders and position players. But for most of you, you're day trading and swing trading, and I've kind of already outlined the dynamics for both of those. Let's cover the what if we rally out of this area, and there's a trend line, by the way, at 326.84, minor point. What if we, if we close today, and it's not likely to happen, but if we did close today above 347.53, by one measure that presents a buy signal. But in terms of going long, I think it's worth waiting it out for another day or two, or into later week anyway, because if we were to close above 358.58 at the end of this week, that presents a long-term buy signal through the rest of the year, the next 5 to 8 months roughly. Probably sooner than that, but 5 to 8 months, I'm comfortable anticipating 520.88, this 5-year channel top, if we close above 358.58. But until then, this is our price ceiling through the rest of the third quarter, and below which you really can't discount the possibility of falling all the way back into the 250s. On the weekly chart, you can see that, if we were to close below this 307.44 trend line, and once again, I've got 304.92 that cannot be ignored as part of that range narrowing daily. But if you're just looking at the weekly chart, closing below 307.44 does present compelling evidence for likely bearish continuation within 1 to 2 months into the mid 250s. So, and I think that pretty much covers it. I do want to mention that last week, WickedStocks.com put out 2 stock picks, one on Teradyne, the other on Magnite. You can see both of them for free by going to WickedStocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll also get daily Triple Q, daily SPY analysis, weekly Apple stock analysis, and a weekly S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 analysis. So check us out at WickedStocks.com. I will, of course, be back tomorrow with Tuesday's Tesla. You have a great day.